Hey guys, welcome back to my video. Today we're going to be reading All That We Never Were by Kellen. Yeah, today we're going to be focusing on Axel's chapter, which is 13. I don't really like to call it chapter, so let's get into it. I thought I would feel fucking relieved the day Oliver came back to spend the last week of the month with his sister, but I hardly noticed the difference. That was how faint, almost airy, Leah's passage through my home had been. Over the following days, I kept up the habit of cooking. I don't know why, but I was finding it relaxing. My life returned to what it always had been. Waking up at dawn, coffee, beach, lunch, work, coffee number 2, and a chill afternoon. I started walking around the house naked again, leaving the bathroom door open when I showered, playing loud music at nighttime, jerking off in the living room. The difference was I had my privacy. I could do all the things I couldn't do in her presence, and I did. Less because I wanted to than mark my territory. Friday I had managed to wrap up my 2 commissions, so I decided to hit the waves for the afternoon, searching for them, gliding over them until I felt my muscles swell with the effort. It was still daytime when I returned home and found my brother sitting on the sofa and my 6-year-old nephews, I don't know how to pronounce that word, through the living room. I raised an eyebrow, leaving behind a trail of water. Why bother mopping when the water... Is something okay with me? Why bother mopping when the water dries on its own? You just have to be patient. Justin walked over toward the kitchen. What made you think you could burst in without asking? You gave me a key, he reminded me. Yeah, for emergencies. This is one. Besides, if you'd ever answered the damn phone instead of leaving it off for days at a time, I wouldn't have had to come. I need your help. I grabbed a beer out of the fridge and passed him one too, but he refused it. Talk, I said after the first sip. Today's our anniversary, and I should care because... I forgot about it. I don't know where my head was. Emily's been pissed all day. You know how it is. Slamming doors, giving me weird looks I don't understand. That kind of thing. Finally I remembered what day it was, and fudge, man, now. Don't ever say fudge under this roof again. It's for the kids. They're sponges, I swear. Get to the point, Justin. Can you watch them just for tonight? I closed my eyes and sighed. When did my house turn into a family inn? It's not like I don't want to. I love my nephews. I adored Leah, but not the responsibilities they brought with them. I had always done my own thing, and I liked being alone. It suited me. I wasn't one of those people who felt the need to relate to people. I could go for weeks without seeing anyone, and I wouldn't miss it. But apparently, I was now doomed to experience the effects of life in common. I had only ever taken care of the twins once, and that led me to my next point. Why don't you leave them with mom and dad? Today's the cake contest. I imagined my mother at the flea market, all the food, music, and hubbub out there practically in the suburbs, criticizing everyone's desserts, probably making the other competitors cry with her nasty looks just so she could come in first. Bayron Bay was famous for its most cafes, and all of them had their own house-made cakes. But no doubt about it, my families were the best. Fine, I'll do it. I agreed, looking at him with amusement. But I hope your makeup sex is worth it. Justin punched me in the shoulder. There won't be any makeup. Oh, so it's going to be a savage hate fuck. You never keys to amaze me. Can I? Emily doesn't know I forgot and she never will. I booked a room in Bellina. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm going to tell her it was a surprise and that's why I haven't said anything to her all day. I laughed, and he gave me a look that could kill. As far as the kids go, I put everything they could possibly need in a backpack, along with a change of clothes. We'll come pick them up tomorrow morning, try and act like a normal person. Don't let them stay up till dawn. Remember to keep your phone on. You're giving me a headache. Thanks for this, Axel. I owe you one. My brother left after hugging and kissing his kids goodbye extravagantly, as if they were going off to war and he'd never see them again. When he closed the door, I frowned and they burst out laughing. Okay, boys, what do you feel like doing? Connor and Max smiled, revealing their gapped teeth. Eat candy. Paint with you. Get in the hamrock. Best if we make a list. I went to my desk, grabbed a piece of paper, and started to write down every stupid thing my nephews uttered. Nonsense. And of course, most of it sounded like a blast. That was the best part of being an uncle. Every time I saw them, all I had to do was have fun. When night fell, we had our dinner of spaghetti and ketchup. Connor's plate was more ketchup and spaghetti. Who eats ketchup and spaghetti? Isn't it tomato paste? Tomato sauce, whatever? I had taken out the old video game console I kept in the closet to play with them, and they gotten my permission to swing around in the hamrock. Sorry. I keep calling it hamrock for some reason. Hammock for a while. I let them use some of my paints, and when I came back to the living room after washing the dishes, I found Max painting a tree on the wall next to the television. I shrugged, thinking I had more than enough paint, and that I'd repair the disaster tomorrow. I got behind him and grabbed the hand with the brush in it. Softer lines, see? I want to paint too, Connor said. Before I realized it, it was past midnight and I had a stretch of wall covered in children's paintings and I hadn't turned on my phone. Justin was going to kill me. It was bedtime. Both of them complained at once. What about the candy? It's on the list, Max reminded me. I don't have any. Well, now that you mention it, that week when I went to the store, I grabbed a handful, those strawberry suckers shaped like hearts that Leah liked when she was little. I took a few out of the cupboard. Wait, what? I took a few out of the cupboard and handed them out. I found my cell in the underwear drawer. I had 6 calls from Justin. I wrote him to tell him all was well. I also had a message from Madison saying we should see each other Saturday night. I responded with a simple yes and went back to the living room. Okay, boys, now it really is bedtime. They didn't put up a fight. I accompanied them to the guest room, and they both curled up in the same bed. Just before turning out the lamp on the nightstand, I saw the papers Leah had left on the table. I grabbed them and tucked them out onto the porch. I lit a cigarette and looked at them, one by one, slowly. looking closer, looking closely at the spirals that filled the first page. A mechanical, numb drawing like the kind I did. I looked through a few more until I found something that truly caught my eye. I blew out a lungful of smoke all at once and turned the page as I realized that, viewed horizontally, those quavering lines made a face in profile. It was drawn in charcoal. Black tears were sliding down a girl's face, frozen forever now on that paper, and something in her expression struck me as a tender within her sorrow. I ran the tip of my fingers over the tears, smearing them until they became grayish streaks. Then I pulled my hand away as though they burnt me because I never drew that way. Trying to express something intimate, it just didn't work that way for me. Well, that was the end of Axel's chapter. Now we're going into Leah's chapter, which is 14. We just read 13. So stay tuned for the next video because I know you guys will love it. And yeah, I already know. Okay. Stay tuned. Did I already say that? I don't know. Yeah. Make sure you give this video love. Make sure to comment, subscribe, share, like. Anything that will support me, I will gladly appreciate it, and I already appreciate all of you that have been subscribed. I appreciate you guys, and thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.